guys, just doing a review for the Winchesters, episode 2. This was too boring, I have to be honest. This episode was a letdown because I enjoyed the cast. Like, the first episode was so good. Like, is that literally just a 10 out of 10 episode? Because I really enjoyed that first episode. This one, I think it's mainly the story that they focus on that I had no care for. Because yes, I care about these characters and they're doing, like, they did a good job in the first episode, but the second episode of the story that they focused on, I wasn't really a fan. It felt like a filler episode. From the second episode of the whole show, the second episode felt like a filler. That's kind of a bad sign because the first episode actually felt like it actually had a purpose in the story. This episode, however, didn't really. It's like one of those, supernatural episodes where it's just there. It doesn't really do much for the story, but it's just there. But it's still entertaining, though. That's the thing. Where this wasn't entertaining. It just felt like one of those average episodes from Supernatural, and there's only a few of those, unless you're talking about season 7 or 12, if you're a Supernatural fan, yeah. But like they're like pretty average times of the show. I mean, I wouldn't say there's like a really bad time, unless it's out of those 2 seasons, if you're gonna pick. But yeah, this episode I wasn't really a big fan. I guess they're still trying to find the father, but then they find out about something that's going on where I guess there's this couple that went in the woods and someone went missing because like some kind of tree monster texted the boyfriend or something, and they go investigate that by going to this place with, I don't know, hippies or whatever, and they try to find this thing. I just didn't really pay that much attention to the story because I didn't really enjoy it. I was mostly bored. Yeah, it's not really much I can really say, and it's not really gonna be much of a review too, man. Yeah, I was pretty let down because it was by the end where I actually started to get interested because they actually started to focus on the main plot. I just feel like for the first few episodes, you need to focus on the main plot instead of just random episodes that don't do anything for the story at all. Because it was actually the last 10 minutes where I was actually paying attention. Because the story that they focused on, I didn't really care for. Because obviously they're going to stop the threat anyway, and they do. Yeah. And it basically ends up acting like his mum because he has an argument with his mum about, putting himself in danger and stuff, just like the father. And she's not really agreeing with what he's doing and stuff. And I guess they kind of resolve that at the end of the episode when he has a talk with his mum. Yeah, I just didn't really. I wasn't a big fan of the story that they decided to focus on. I didn't like it. Yeah, they could have did something a lot better with the second episode, but it was pretty average. Kind of like with Chucky, because I'm watching both Chucky and the Winchesters right now. Like they're the two main shows I'm watching right now that I knew. And both, with their second episodes, kind of let me down. This one a lot more because I was literally bored watching it, and that's a bad sign. I was on my phone. I mean, I was kind of paying attention, but I was bored. I just kept saying like, man, this is the second episode. What a letdown. But at least Ada, the one who, got rescued in the last episode because she was kind of possessed, at least finds a clue to what happened to Samuel with this box. Like, so I guess maybe we'll get some kind of main story going into the next episode. And that person in the hood with those monsters in the woods, I guess we'll see what they'll do. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this episode. Could have been a lot better. It just wasn't my cup of tea anyway, this second episode. Yeah. But yeah, tell me what you think. Did you prefer the episode? Let me know down below. But yeah, not really much of a review, but I'll still appreciate if you can give a like, but I don't blame you if you don't because this review wasn't really much of a review. Pretty short, but yeah. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.